feel to come out of camp? I know you don't have a couple of your offensive weapons, at least for the time being, but do you still feel good about what you have and where the offense is going into a pretty tough first game?
Absolutely. We're heading in the right direction, and obviously losing James and Austin Fort for the first couple of games is, it's going to hurt for a while. But at the same time, we got some young guys that are stepping up and making plays, and it's good to see the tight end group stepping up as a whole.
You talked a lot, we talked about the hype, and you just said, look, the ultimate test is game time, and now we're getting closer to it. Just how much are you looking forward to this, and kind of, as Coach Bull said earlier, is kind of get the process started, that unfinished business from the way last season ended?
Well, yeah, ever since that bowl game ended and I decided to come back, September 2nd, it's all I've been able to look forward to. So I'm very excited to get out back on the field with my teammates. I'm very excited to get on the field and show what this team can do.
Josh, obviously, Iowa's got a pretty strong defense, Big Ten team. What have you seen from their defense, and just in general, how comfortable are you now with reading defenses compared to maybe a year ago?
I'm real comfortable. They got a really good linebacking core. They're solid up front. They're going to be missing their best defensive back. So, being able to take advantage of stuff in the passing game is what we're trying to do, and taking the easy throws and taking what they give us is kind of what we're planning on doing.
Josh, how would you describe the atmosphere around here? It seemed a little different a year ago. Obviously, you guys had a good season. It's been alluded to that you didn't finish the way you guys wanted. But how would you kind of describe the atmosphere coming into this season?
As a team, we're extremely excited to get back on the field. We're eager at young positions, and it's a want that this team has, understanding that we lost 4 of our last 5 games last year, and that's not acceptable, and it's been eating at our stomachs ever since, and like I said, we're ready to get on the field and show this world what we can do.
Josh, I know in speaking with that, it seems like the Nebraska game a year ago was such a long way away, but what do you remember about that game? Maybe you can take into the Iowa game, playing at a Big Ten opponent on their field, the fact that you guys were with them through 3 quarters, but what can you remember about that game that you can help maybe Saturday in Iowa City?
Well, the Big Ten's it's a great conference. We know that. It's a hostile crowd that we're going to be heading into, and we'll be prepared for that. But what we're mainly looking forward to is to get those guys to quiet down so we can run our offense successfully and continue to run our offense successfully. Looking back to Nebraska last year, the wheels kind of fell off in the first quarter, so staying calm and composed throughout the whole game is what we're going to do.
You mentioned what Iowa does well defensively. When you look at them in film, do they compare favorably to anyone you saw last year or you've broken film down on?
Coverage-wise, I would say they're similar to San Diego State. They're going to play their quarter shell and play 2 safeties most of the time. They'll roll down and insert here and there, but they don't try to disguise anything. They're going to show you what they're going to do, and they're going to hope on them executing better than we do.
Josh, how do you overall kind of evaluate where this team is at in terms of playing on the road? Obviously ended that streak last year with the CSU game in Nevada, but then a couple more down the stretch that you guys lost.
Going back to the 2-10 season, we didn't win any games on the road. Going back to last year, I think we won a couple. So it's just a thing that you get more experience with. The older you get, and we got some seniors that have played under Coach Bull, and it's finally good to see their guys here, and just the experience that we have from the past couple of years is going to help us on the road this year.
We were talking last week about just simplifying your game, taking those checkdowns. What are you hoping to see from yourself and maybe your young wide receiving core from this game?
Well, taking care of the football is the #1 concern. Last year threw too many interceptions, and wildly because I was making stupid decisions. So, keying back on those, like I said, taking what they give us, and if it's a 5-yard hitch route, if it's a 3-yard bubble, whatever the case may be, gaining yards is an efficient play. So, not throwing into triple coverage, running across my body, anything like that, and making smart decisions.
You have Wyoming native Logan Harris right in front of you, a young kid. How are you trying to not only mentor him, but the other young kids around you?
Just kind of stepping in the huddle and, being confident and showing my confidence in them. Logan's going to do great this year. We got some freshmen on this team that are going to be really, really good players in the near future, and they're going to come out this year and they're going to play very well for us, and they're going to do their job.
Josh, I know this has been a neat spring and summer for you in terms of everything with national exposure, but How excited are you just to kind of get to playing football now, to get game experience, game week, game day? Are you kind of really looking forward to that right at about this time?
Yeah, I mean, after those first couple interviews, that you can go back into March and April. You know, it's kind of getting tired of all the media stuff and all the hype, and you know, just wanting to get on the field and get back with my brothers and perform as well as we can.
Congratulations on being named a captain again, and just what are your thoughts on that and the captains of this year's team?
You know, I'm very excited for the captains that we've got this year. You know, Drew Van Manen, he's paid his dues and he's finally up there, and he's got the respect of the whole team, and him being the other offensive captain, it's a good mix with me and him. We get along pretty well, and I just want to thank the teammates for voting me again, and hopefully we can keep moving in the right direction with this program.
You mentioned Drew. Obviously, I mean, not every team has a fullback in this day and age, but you've got a really experienced guy there. Just how valuable is it to have a guy like that at that position?
I mean, he executes very well on the field, and then he's a vocal and emotional leader at the same time, and he's serious when he needs to, and when he's not serious, he's the funniest guy on the team and making everybody laugh and smile. But at the same time, he does demand a respect on the team, and that's what I love about him, and he's a good one.
Did he try to get you to do the mohawk as well?
He's not tried yet. I'm kind of doing the mustache with him. It's kind of hard to see with the lights. It's a little blonde, but I'm doing that with him. I will not do the mohawk, though, I promise you.
Might ask if there's any questions on the phone.
Is there any questions on the phone?
Yes, Jeremiah Davis here from Cedar Rapids. Playing off that question about your media attention and stuff, considering at one time you didn't have hardly any attention and now you've got all of it, how have you tried to deal with it yourself, just personally, away from the field?
I take it, kind of with a grain of salt. I don't read anything about me. I'm completely focused on winning games for this team, and all the media attention and stuff, what I look at it is great for our program. It's great for our university because, recruits and, kids that maybe wanting to come to school here can see this stuff and understand that this is a very unique place to come and play and experience, wildlife and everything that Wyoming has to offer. So, like I said, I just really don't pay much attention to it at all.
Do your teammates ever give you a hard time about any of it?
Not really, but they've kept me very grounded. I come from a really good family. My family's kept me grounded this whole time as well, and I thank them. They got a big part in this too. It's not just me out here. It takes a collective team to win games, and I think we've got a pretty special group here.
Hey Josh, it's Mark Emmert from the Des Moines Register. I wanted to talk to you a little about your growing connection with CJ last year, late in the year. What led to that, and then how are you guys building on that for this year?
He stepped up big for us last year in some key moments. Majorly and major-wise in the first San Diego State game, he caught a game-winning touchdown. And this year he's kind of taken another step, and he's looking like our top guy right now. Him, Austin Conway, and unfortunately James Price won't be playing, but those three guys have all come together, and they're about the same age, so it's a very good off-field chemistry as well, and that plays extremely well on the field as well.
And then getting back to you talked about Iowa secondary. I mean, how difficult is that to prepare for a secondary when you don't really have any film on those guys? How are you approaching that?
You just gotta expect that they're going to be really good. Iowa's a team that gets a lot of very good recruits, and you just got to play off the film and understand that this is what they plan on doing. Like I said, they play a cover 4 type shell, and they'll insert 3 and place a man here and there. But it's not like they're tricky to figure out or they're disguising anything. They're going to show you what they're going to do, and they're going to bank on them playing better than you do. So, like I said, taking advantage of the shorter stuff, and then if there's a long ball that presents itself, taking advantage of it.